the timeline can speed up or slow down. Well, this finally flipped, which tells me it has sped the fuck up. And these two are going down. Two men are going down. I know for a fact this is it's coming. It's coming a lot quicker than I originally anticipated. But again, cards can change, timelines can shift. Still going to happen. Now, with that said, I originally thought you were going to move into position, which may still happen based on the interpretation of this card. Okay? I have over here the woman overtaking the fascism general, the king, the leaders, the other party against humanity. I see her walking away with full cups. I see us cutting away. Right? And I see us going into a new light, but it's going to take a long time to rebuild, even from this short amount of damage. Like our fight the women. It's like I told you last year, it's going to be a fight till the end. I'll let you know. Do I still see war on the table for the next couple months? Yes. 100% yes. Do I see civil war on the table? Yes. 100% yes. Are we going to lose our medical benefits and struggle? Yes. 100% yes. Entire year. They're going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and doing stuff they're not supposed to be doing. And it may be this administration defying the courts or some other means that they take one step too far that hurts America so greatly, that hurts our people so greatly, that's when they pull the sacrifice card. That's when they're going to sacrifice their leader. Their leader, who they are going to claim has Alzheimer's or cognitive abilities or dementia that was not caught. He's going to have some type of health issue. If there's an alternative, they don't want to release that. And they're going to blame his health issues on why all of this happened. And they're going to make him leave office by the end of this year, if not before. Again, speeding up timelines. He is going to leave office. Now, during this time, and I feel like this is either going to happen during summer, after summer, sometime before the new year, because I feel like fall weather and the energy. But like the women that have been working, the women that have been cooking, the women that have been climbing those ladders, the women that have been collecting evidence, the women that have had their hands in this the whole time, the entire community of the people that are fighting for us, all of those women, we're going to start seeing some of those receipts. We're going to start seeing some of those receipts, some of that proof, which actually kind of in a way helps them get him out of office too, because even they understand in order to take them all down, you have to expose them all, correct? Because when he's still going to continue to take the money and try to burn down all of democracy, and that's when this mass awakening happens. That's when another mass awakening happens, and the rest of anybody that can support them is gone because they know they've been played the fool. Backbreaker for you, okay? This shit don't last forever. Even the universe predicts more peace by 2028. I always knew 2026 was going to be a bitch-a-rooney, okay? I knew it was going to be a bitch-a-rooney. And I've walked you guys through it step by motherfucking step. I did a 4-year timeline reading letting you know how it's supposed to play out. And even though some things have sped up, other things are still right on motherfucking time. Keep in mind, Trump's removal wasn't supposed to be until the end of 2026, possible 2027. So let's start there. And although we see everything else lining up, including the significant deaths that I was not prepared to see until year 3, it just proves that the timeline is jumbled. Things can fall where they're going to fall. There's no guarantee that it happens in sequential order, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. And if it's fated, and if it's destiny, then it'll be read in the cards, like the lady in red. There's a lot of things that have been predicted and in the cards and in visions that have not played out yet, like the massive plane crash that takes out a lot of people, like the terroristic event that they're going to do and blame it on other people. Or it could just be interpreted that they're calling all of us terrorists and we're the terroristic event. They're going to implement military in the streets. There will be a child that dies from ISIS gunfire or inhumane actions. Hang himself out to dry, or his constituents hang him out to dry. So a lot of you commented on my last video, the one where I did a 4-year reading, about how can we speed this timeline up? And I was like, you need to manifest it. You need to start doing the work so we can speed this timeline up. But I can tell you what's coming for this first year and what it's going to look like towards the end of the year. So particular in the next few months, what to expect. First and foremost, we are not done not seeing symbols. We're not done with that. We're going to see more. A lot of people are going to double down and keep making excuses. But there is something that transpires over the next few months, and that is a massive awakening. That is a massive awakening. And the women that I've been talking about in my previous videos, the ones that are pinned on my page, they're still cooking things up. They're still cooking things up, but we're being drained. We're being drained. And That's kind of part of the awakening process. Okay? But then what comes, what I see by summer, what I predicted, what I've had visions of, is by summer we start to see some tides of justice. We start to see some tides of justice. We kind of see the culmination of coming together, the Universal Sisters, the witches, the spiritualists. And remember when I said there's going to be a significant death? That's when the significant death happens. And when the significant death happens, it sparks this fire that causes Donald Trump to kind of hang himself out to dry, or his constituents hang him out to dry, and he gets booted from office. Like, Donald Trump's going to be out of office. And I know that you guys are like, yay, woohoo, he's going to be gone. Nope, back up. I need you to reel that excitement back in, okay? Because then J.D. Vance takes power. Then J.D. Vance jumps into the throat. Little boy that doesn't know what he's doing swinging on a swing set. And the whole Red Party is still in control. We haven't changed that. We can't change that until 2026, right? So they're still in control. So even though Trump is gone, and the awakening of everybody was like, oh, Trump's the problem, they get rid of Trump. That's when this is going to be the people's awakening, okay? We're watching democracy fall in real time. And when we hit this tower with the government, when this revolution happens, all those women I said back here that's been cooking stuff up, they step up to the damn plate. They start climbing the ladders. Women start to go into power. A woman will go into power, but it's going to take getting rid of the rest of that part of the government that's not working for us, right? So then, all this is in the first year, right? Towards the end of the year, we start to see more prevalent women show up and show out for us. And there's also someone significant as a man. I pulled him in the reading with the women in every reading as well. But what told me is there's some kind of other culmination here, like where we really get stabbed in the back by the other side, where we really just see everything, and everything that happens across this board starts to change the whole world. If you go back to my pinned video on my page, it's the same message. It's the same message. It's the exact same message. And again, I'm pulling the same cards, guys. So back in 2024, I had a lot of people ask me what was going to happen with Gaza and Palestine. And I said, this isn't the answers that you want to know, but basically it's going to be decimated. And then nobody wanted to believe me. And they said that I was full of shit. And I said, nope, it's going to be decimated. The United States is going to help decimate it. We are going to provide all the materials, and we are going to withhold help. And we are going to be on the backside of Not My Yahoo to decimate these people and cause a Gino. You can finish the rest of that word. I said, this is actually the Holocaust 2.0, and that you guys were going to be really hurt by the outcome of this, because this is not just about Gaza and land ownership. This is about the New World Order. This is about taking over countries. This is about a board of leaders. And I said the leaders were going to be the United States, Israel, Russia, Germany, and other dictatorship countries. And that they were going to label it something peaceful. They were going to make it look like something it wasn't, but it was going to be the New World Order, because this isn't just about controlling the United States, baby. This is about getting power over the whole world. There's been a ceasefire. I said, is there? So then I made predictions in 2025 towards the end, and I said, Gaza are going to violate that real quick, and they're going to continue to decimate Gaza and the Palestinians. And then I said, way before any of this, I said, he going to build a whole Trump city there. This is all about power. This is all about land grabs, and this is all about control.
We did a master plan. We brought in, I think, Yakir Gabay, who's one of the most successful real estate developers and brilliant people I know. He's volunteered to do this, not for profit, really because of his heart. He wants to do this. And we've developed ways to redevelop Gaza. Gaza, as President Trump's been saying, has amazing potential, and this is for the people of Gaza. We've developed it into zones. In the beginning, we were toying with the idea of saying, let's build a free zone, and then we have a Hamas zone. And then we said, you know what, let's just plan for catastrophic success. Hamas signed a deal to demilitarize. That is what we are going to enforce. People ask us what our plan B is. We do not have a plan B. We have a plan. We signed an agreement. We are all committed to making that agreement work. There's a master plan. We'll be doing it in phasing. In the Middle East, they build cities like this in 2-3 million people. They build this in 3 years. And so stuff like this is very doable if we make it happen. Rafah will start with. This will show a lot of workforce housing. We think this could be done in 2-3 years. We've already started removing the rubble and doing some of the demolition. And then New Gaza. It could be a hope. It could be a destination, have a lot of industry, and really be a place that the people there can thrive, have great employment. Once this starts going, we think there should be 100% full employment and opportunity for everybody there. And we have a lot of data on what can be, but we think that this really gives the Gazan people an opportunity to live their aspirations. But it all starts with security, and it all starts with governance. Final note I'll just say on the Board of Peace, which is that all the lessons we're doing is we're basically studying the best practices from all over the world, and we're watching who does education the best, who does healthcare delivery the best. All of these things it's not secret IP. All this is IP that the Board of Peace is going to make public, and we want to encourage all the countries to be able to follow these best practices. A lot of the things that President Trump is doing in America, if they're working, we should all be copying them. If we find what's working in other countries, we should be copying them too. And so what the Board of Peace will have the ability to do if we're successful with Gaza is really show how do you do peace implementation, which is something that when we got this deal done, we didn't really find too much expertise or know-how on how to do it. So as we're creating this system, hopefully it's something that we can just document these learnings and make them available to all else who want to use them in the future. So demilitarization, this is something we're starting now that we have a new government.
Wrong, I'm giving predictions. I just happen to be fucking right. But when I said this next part gonna motherfucking hurt, I meant this next part gonna motherfucking hurt.